Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, setting the record straight about propaganda. Democratic politicians rely heavily on minority votes in order to get elected. So every 4 years, Democrats pretend to care about minorities for a few months ahead of the election. This graph shows Google Trends for Black Lives Matter going back to the year 2015. You can see that there's two spikes in the graph. One was right before the 2016 election, and now we're having one right ahead of the 2020 election. But then, as soon as the election's over, Democrats don't talk about it anymore. After the election's over, Democrats simply go back to mismanaging their cities, which have become living hell for many minority residents. And one thing which Democrats absolutely cannot tolerate is members of minorities who leave the Democratic Party plantation. A few days ago, the CEO of Goya Foods praised President Trump. His positive statements about the president are not acceptable to the left, so they immediately called for a boycott against his company. And then Twitter promotes the boycott, thinly disguised as fake news. Had he chosen to support Joe Biden, the headline would have read, "Leader of the Hispanic business community endorses Joe Biden." But because he chose to say positive things about President Trump, Twitter promotes a boycott against him and his company. This headline is not news, rather it's propaganda intended to intimidate minorities into staying in line. What Twitter is saying is that anyone who strays will be punished by social media and the press, like Twitter. And today there's a new headline. Chance the Rapper defends his support for Kanye West's presidential run. Note that the headline didn't say, Chance the Rapper supports Kanye West's presidential run. What Twitter did instead was try to make it sound like he was doing something wrong. They said he had to defend his support for Kanye West. What Twitter is trying to do is intimidate minorities into staying on the Democratic Party plantation. There's no reason why the white leftists at Twitter should be telling a black man that he has to defend his support for a presidential candidate. This is all about racism from Twitter and the left. They demand that minorities stay in line and do what Democrats tell them to do. Every time Candace Owens speaks, she gets viciously attacked by Democrats, the press, and social media. The only thing which the Democrats hate more than a black man who leaves their political plantation is a black woman who does the same thing. When that happens, the Democrats go full racist and sexist as well. For many Democratic politicians, pretending to care about minorities is something which occurs every 4 years, when they're trying to put a Democrat in the White House. Democrats are afraid that Kanye West is going to take votes away from Joe Biden. So they attack anyone who voices their support for Kanye West, because he's encouraging people to leave the Democratic Party plantation. It's pretty easy to spot propaganda from Democrats, social media, and the press. The best way to deal with it is to do the exact opposite of what social media and the press are telling you to do. So I made a trip to Las Rosas Market this afternoon and bought a big load of Goya Foods. My usual supermarket, Albertsons, put up a sign today requiring masks. So I won't be going to Albertsons anymore, but I love Las Rosas Market. And when I go there, I get to see the Checker's beautiful smile, which is not hidden behind a mask. Visit Toto on the web at realclimatescience.com. He's been pulling back the curtain on junk science and propaganda for a long time.